Welcome back to another episode. This one is jam-packed. We've got to leave the beautiful Northern Territory and Edith Falls, and we've got to head home 3,500 kilometres back to the Gold Coast, and we've got 5 days to do it. While we're there, we've got a few things to do, and then we also take a quick trip to Sydney to visit some family and friends. But Loretta and I just want to say thanks for all our subscribers, and if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. It encourages us to get more content out to you guys. So that's it for Edith Falls. Edith Falls is probably one of my favourites in the Northern Territory. I think it's just really pretty up there. Next time we're here, I'd like to do the really big walk, which we didn't do that one, but we did do the top hole, and it's just so nice to swim up there, the waterfalls, and it is really nice. So yeah, really like Edith Falls. But that's it for Edith Falls. The caravans to get in, just double check your sizing of the caravan, because it is exactly what it is on the map. Whatever the map says, that's what the sizing is. So just double check the size of your caravan, and then you will fit in there before you book it online.
Okay, so we're back on the road again. And rather than continuing our trip north, we've decided that we're going to head back south and go home to the Gold Coast.
Just for a little bit, and then our plan is after that we're going to be in Geelong in December to get the boat over to Tassie, but we're going to take it easy on the way back down.
Yeah, so we'll probably take about 3 months to get to Tassie from our place on the Gold Coast. We're actually going home so that we can cheer on our daughter and her partner as they race IRBs, and also for Anthony to be the Australian team manager at the World Titles.
Okay, morning number 2, and we stayed in a free camp just on the side of the road. It's nice and easy. I think it was Sir Charles Todd Memorial, but I don't know, generator etiquette, doesn't matter where you are, you should always turn your generator off at night time and not have your generator running 24 hours a day. But anyway, that's fine. We still got a good night's sleep. It's now 6 a.m. and we're off to Barkly Homestead. Hopefully get there fairly early today so we can catch up on some washing. But this is day 2, another 600 odd kilometres. Let's get that done.
Yep.
So not too sure if you picked up in that last clip there that the Barkly Highway had some water over it and it was closed for some time. So when we travelled over it, and it must have been open for about a week or 2 weeks, and the potholes were super bad. And I'm just showing you what the road conditions were like, and that's how it was on the Barkly Highway the whole way across, all the way from 3 ways right through to Camel Wheel. So just pays, make sure you take care on the roads.
We are on our way to Longreach, so we've put 3 big days in, and they've been like 800-900 kilometre days. So they've been really big days travelling just to get home. And but what we're doing, we're using the 12-volt oven in the car. And Loretta, what are you doing?
I've got one of the Coles pre-cooked sort of meals. This one's a lamb shoulder. We're just putting it in the oven bag and shove it in the tray, and it'll be ready when we get to our destination.
Lamb shoulder in the 12-volt oven. It's going to take, I've got the oven on about 180, just preheating it at the moment. I got the Tent World Outback one, so it's pretty good. That one's pretty good. And we've had breakfast in it. We make a bacon and egg wrap and we put it in there, and we have breakfast down the road. It's really good. So, okay, it's going in the oven. Now,
and dinner will be done in about probably an hour.
Yeah, lamb shoulder for dinner. We've made it home. I'm giving the van a wash. I'm giving the car a wash, which is really good. So doing the van, I done it 3 times because it was that dirty. We've been on the road for 12 months. So got home, I washed it 3 times, and you can still see a bit of Udnadata. You can still see a bit of the red centre on the van, but hey, it's going to be clean for at least 5 weeks, and then we're off again. So, but now it's the car, and as you can see with the car, what I've done, I'm using the gurney, and I've got this, what did I buy? Salt seal from 4-wheel detailing. 4-wheel detailing salt seal. So I'm doing this first, and then I'm going to give it a clean. I'm following the directions, so I'll give you a bit of a rundown on what you've got to do as well. But I'm following the directions just to see how good this product is. So I've done it. I've got to let it sit there for 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to rinse it off with the gurney as well. So see how it goes. And then I've got some chassis shield, which I'm going to have a crack at as well, and I'll let you know how that goes. All right, don't know about you, but I've just chamoised it, and I think 4-wheel drive detailing does the job, so I recommend it. Car's come up all right. So we're leaving home this morning. We're going down to Sydney to go down and see Mum and Grandma, go down, spend a couple of weeks down there, but we're not taking the van on this trip. And how much stuff have we got in the van, in the car?
It's definitely much easier to travel with the van than try and pack.
It's unbelievable. Just have a look at the car. Have a look at what's in here. 2 weeks. So Loretta's got her work gear, pillows, in here. We're full. We've got everything in there. So 2 weeks away, the car is full, see how it goes. It's early morning here. We've come down to the Tuncurry swimming area.
Rock pools.
There you go. And it's pretty cool. So we're just about to have brekkie, then we're going to go head all the way to Sydney.
Yep.
And let me tell you, without the caravan, it's pretty hard to pack. The car is full. I've got stuff going everywhere, but anyway, here we are. Beautiful spot. About to have brekkie before we hit the big smoke. Leaving the car. We're going to Sydney. It's like 4 degrees. We're going to be tourists for the day.
Yep, tourists for the day.
Looking forward to it.
Domestic Airport, mascot, Green Square, Central, New Zealand, St. Jack.
Perfect. You're a bit cold.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Who would have ever thought you'd see a seal here, Sydney Harbour, lazing about, just watching the Sydney Harbour Bridge. That's pretty cool, eh?
It's awesome.
We're visiting family, and today we're just taking some time out and we're being some tourists.
Yep, tourists for the day, we're calling this trip.
Yeah, being tourists for the day. But anyway, if you like what we're doing, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It's free to do. It encourages us to get more content out to you guys. I wouldn't have a clue where we are, but we're getting lost in Sydney. So we're just finding stairs. I'm walking down, heading towards Darling Harbour, I think. Not actually quite sure where we're going, but pretty cool place to get lost in.
Yeah.
Sydney, we've come to the boat show. We had a look. The boat show was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, even though we weren't looking for a boat, it was still good to have a look around. Plenty to see, plenty of things for kids to do as well.
And the boat show was like on the water, so you got to walk around on the wharf, on the floating pontoons, and all the big the boats that are small change boats, the 3 million, 4 million, 40 million, 100 million. You got to walk around on them if you wanted to. So I thought that was really good that you could go do that. But yeah, apart from that, it was really good. It's not just on the water either. You go over into the convention centre and it's indoors as well. So I had a really good time there. So we've just been into Sydney and back on public transport. And what we catch? We caught the train, the tram, the train back. We could have caught a ferry from Circular Quay around to Darling Harbour, but Loretta decided to walk.
Someone decided to walk the wrong way.
But anyway, the public transport in Sydney is pretty amazing, and it's really simple to use as well. So you can actually just jump on your phone, put into the directions where you want to go, and it tells you what train to get on, what platform to get on, how long before it departs. But it was pretty easy, wasn't it? You just tap on, tap off, wherever you go.
Yeah, maybe you should read that before you say, quick, we've got to run.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, but it's now, what is the time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. We left the city, I think it was 4:30, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4:30 we left the city, and half an hour in, public transport, and we're walking back to the house. Pretty good, I reckon, anyway.
Yeah, it's been a good day out.
Alright, so here we are. I had my car parked down here in Sydney, and some dirty rotten scoundrel has tried to get into my car. They've broken all the locks on the ARB canopy, and they've cracked them all, so all this is all gone. They've tried to get a pair of pliers in there and they've tried to jam it open, so but they've cracked it. But one thing is, I'm really impressed with these locks. They didn't budge, so I'm really happy with the ARB canopy and the security of it as well. So they didn't budge, so I'm really happy. They're the old locks. I'll show you this new lock over here, and here's the new lock. They're a little bit different design. Here's one I've already done. Well, the plastic's broken off it, but anyway, so they're a little bit more sturdier by the look of it. In the packet, they come in a twin pack. You get 2 of them. I'm not going to show you what key number I've got, because then you'll know how to get in. But they come in a twin pack, and they're about $83 for a pair. So if you ever need them, $83 a pair, and you tell them what key you want as well. But in the pack, you get these. You get the lock, you get the little finger thing at the back, and you get this little washer. Make sure you don't lose that washer, and also the screw as well. So I'm going to show you how easy they are to replace with a screwdriver. It's all you need. It's all you need. Let's go do it. So here we are. Make sure they're unlocked, and just take note of which way this goes. All right, so that goes that way. You've got to be able to turn it so it turns. Right, okay, so all you do, undo this little screw under here. So under here, if you see that little screw there, you undo that screw, take it out, and then plop it up there. And then this part here, because they've been on there for a while, you just got to give it a bit of a wiggle, and it does come apart. There you go, nice and easily. So that comes apart, and then you've got to take this out. There you go, that's just the backing of that. You've got to make sure this is all nice and clean as well. So what I do is just take this off. Bit of red dust from I don't know, somewhere. Anyway, I get a bit of metho, so I just get the metho. I just get a bit of metho, give it a bit of a clean. Make sure it's nice and clean. Well,
May as well do the whole bloody window. May as well do the whole window. Alright. Give it a second. I use method because it dries really quickly, so I just give it a second, let that dry. Alright, here's the new one. So if you get it wrong, you soon learn how to fix it, alright? So see the square, it just goes in there. Yeah. It goes that way, Yeah, let's see how we go. So the lock is down, alright? So it's towards the ground there. So alright, this little washer, make sure this little washer, you don't lose it. It goes into here. I'm not too sure if you can see, but there's two little locating pins on the inside of that. So you've got to make sure that that goes. One thing I did forget to mention is this part here. When you take the lock off the window, this part here stays on. You can't take that off, so don't try to rip this off. That's glued on, so just leave that on because that's part of your lock, so you need to leave that on there, okay? When I took them off, this little finger was this way. So with these new ones, you've actually just got to work it out, so it actually goes that way. Now I can, I can put it on this way. I suppose, it doesn't really matter which way it goes, but so it goes in there, it fits in there nicely, and then all you do is tighten it up, put this screw back in, screw it back up, and it gets, gets there eventually. So you tighten it back up, and then there you go. She's locked. That's how simple they are. Pretty simple to do. So, yeah. Look, I think if the lock is down, you turn it one way. If the lock is on the up position, it goes the other way. I've done two on the other side. Let me have a look. Oh, where's my keys? Locks on the down position, left and right. Bob's your uncle, Mary's your aunt. That's how simple it is. So ARB locks, guarantee them. No one can break in with these locks. Okay, we're going to leave the episode here. I hope you enjoyed Sydney. We had a great time, but in the meantime, stay safe and we'll see you out on the road.
Bye.